Moving on to number 10, AB 1250, Jones Sawyer Contract Services, presented by Mr. Darren Gale, our Economic Growth and Public Affairs Officer. I did add officer.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. This evening, it's my pleasure to be before you about a piece of legislation, AB 1250, which is before the Assembly related to local governments and their ability or lack thereof of contracting out for services. The League of California Cities has led an effort to stop this bill. And recently, the legislature did remove cities from this current piece of legislation. That being said, it's still before the City Council to take a position on how you feel about a local agency having the ability to consider contract services if you would like. So although this piece of legislation has changed, I would still recommend taking a position on the language that's in the bill that would then provide us an opportunity as future bills come along, either in this legislative session or in the future, that relate to contract services. It would provide us a mechanism for which the mayor can sign a letter in opposition of those bills. So the general opposition would be in the state restricting the ability of local government to make a local decision on how you provide services. And if the council would like to be able to do that, then we would need to oppose this bill and future pieces of legislation.
Comment from council members? Come on, you're itching to say something.
Through Mayor. You know, this is really a no-brainer for a council and city municipality the size of Yuba City in being able to direct the work that we're required to do through whatever mechanism and means is most suitable for getting, number one, the work done, and secondarily, having a mind for what the taxpayers have to endure. It's not all about, being the largest or a large employer for a city or municipality. We have a set number of things that we're obligated for, and that's public safety and our infrastructure. Are the primary ones, and then following that, some of our maintenance districts and things that can certainly be served through contract services. And there's a multitude of those within jurisdictions that can certainly save the taxpayer a tremendous amount of money, and certainly the overall operating costs of a city can be reduced. So I would support the mayor being able to sign a letter in opposition to this assembly bill.
I'm going to make a little comment here. Being on the California League of Cities representative for environmental issues and things, these types of things get discussed often across the board from the different committees. And we have found over the years that you cannot trust the legislators. You cannot trust the legislators. Can I say it again? You cannot trust them. This can be resurrected in a different form very quickly and gut and amend another bill and title it and slam it through real quickly. Or it can be resurrected next year. Our taking a position on it and the concept of it gives us the ability to say we oppose it from the very beginning because of its principle of limiting local decision government governance. Remember, Governor said that he was going to be supporting local governance when he came in, and he has done nothing but the opposite since then, and trying to take control of the state. So we need to have a strong position on this and say we want our citizens, or us as their representatives and our citizens, to be able to have a say in how their city is operated. And that's where this comes from, is we want local governance to remain. And we just can't trust the legislators or the governor on anything anymore, is what I've learned. So with that.
Through the mayor, didn't I refer to that one time as the other Brown Act?
Yes.
Okay.
The other Brown Act. Yeah, a few times, but that's your term.
I couldn't remember if I said it publicly or if it was just in my
There's multiple
head.
Brown Acts, but that's yours. Coined. So I'm looking for action on this. Do I have a motion?
I'd move to approve your ability to sign a letter in opposition to this assembly bill.
Thank you. Anybody else want a second?
I'll second.
Thank you very much. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, unanimous decision. Thank you.